Hey, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And the deck I'm using for this week's reading is the Erotic Fantasy Tarot. I've used this deck before in a video, I think a couple weeks ago, and it's a really fun deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So my intention, as always, is to get a general overview of the week ahead and just to get some inspiration and new ideas about the days ahead. So I am joined by my foster kitty, Rhea. She's sitting in the corner. She's, I'll just see if I can zoom in for you. She's doing really good. She's really making progress. She's kind of giving me a bit of a dirty look there, but oh no, she closed her eyes. Yeah, she's a really good girl. She's making lots of progress, and she's going to be probably ready for adoption pretty soon. All right, so let's begin with the first card. The first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week, and here we have 9 of Pentacles. All right, so 9 of Pentacles is all about slowing down and enjoying life. I think of this card as almost a very sensual card. This is about really stopping to smell the roses and enjoy your surroundings and take pleasure in where you're at in life, even if you're not where you thought you would be, or even if you think things could be better. This is about really enjoying the now and practicing gratitude and just enjoying things on a very sensual level, you know, enjoying the taste of your food, the smell of the flowers. Right now it's spring, there's lots of flowers coming into bloom. So this is really, in many ways, this is a very physical card. It's about really grounding yourself in your body, being really present in your body, and allowing yourself to really enjoy all the physical pleasures that life has to offer. It's also about dropping worry for a little bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything more I want to say about that. The 9 of Pentacles is about being at ease and really feeling like there's nowhere to go but to be present in the moment. There's nowhere to be but here. It's a card of ease and relaxation. And so as we enter this week, at the beginning of the week, ask yourself, how can I cultivate more ease and relaxation? What kinds of things can I do to really bring that energy into my life? Let's look at the middle of the week. So Wednesday and Thursday, we have 3 of Wands. All right. So 3 of Wands, this is an interesting card. So there's a certain amount of, I'm trying to think how I can sum this card up in a way that makes sense. I see this card as sort of, in some ways, kind of taking stock and realizing or acknowledging what you've manifested in your life so far and how far you've come. This is about acknowledging how far you've come and what it took to get there, and taking stock of things and thinking, okay, is this where I want to continue to go? Do I need to change course? Do I need to stay the course? What kinds of changes do I want to make? Typically this card shows ships in the ocean, and I think of that phrase, you know, seeing your ships come in. So sometimes I see this card as being sort of the result of effort. So you've been putting in effort, you've been focusing on something, and then the 3 of Wands represents kind of what happens when you start to see results. And when you start to see results from the things that you've been putting your energy into, you can decide, okay, because sometimes when you start to see results, it's like, oh, this wasn't what I was expecting, or this isn't, I thought I wanted this, but now that I am starting to get it, I don't know if this is what I really want. So 3 of Wands is about really assessing that and figuring out if your efforts are worthwhile or not. Let's look at the last card. This card is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we have the Hierophant. So we have a major arcana card here. And I just need a moment to catch my breath here and tune into this card, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on this card. The Hierophant is about following a specific path, and it's a path that is set out by usually an institution or like an organized religion or higher education. It's a path that someone else has created and many others have tread on that path. So it's about taking the well-worn path, the path that's been already taken. And there's a lot of value in doing that. You know, there are times when you have to go your own way and do your own thing. And then there are times where you can actually learn a lot by following a set of rules or a plan, a set plan. So there's a lot of value in that. There's a certain sense of structure and predictability within that. And there's a lot of room for learning and a lot of room for growth. I don't think it's healthy to stay in this way of living your whole life. I don't think it's healthy to always be following someone else's path or following someone else's rules your entire life, but there are moments where this is necessary and really valuable. So I'm trying to think, how does this apply to the weekend exactly? This might show up as, taking a course, reading a book, following a diet plan or something like that. There's just this real sense of structure and being able to benefit from that structure and being able to benefit from all the other people who've had that experience of also following that structure or that plan or that path. So I don't know. I feel like this could look differently for all of us. But I feel like the message is that sometimes there is a value in taking the well-worn path. All right. Let me look at all three of these cards now. And as I do this, I'm looking at all the cards together to see if there's a common thread or common themes coming out. And as I do this, I invite you to do the same, to look at these cards together. See if you can see a story in these cards or a narrative. To me, it looks like this woman and this woman are the same woman. They look very similar. And then the Hierophant is just very different. Okay, so yeah, let's take our time. Let's take our time looking at these cards. I feel like at the beginning of the week, it's important to really ground into the body and into the present moment. This is about slowing down, stopping to smell the roses, really relishing in the now, in the present moment. And Three of Wands, to me, it's telling us that we're going to start getting results. We're going to start seeing the effects of our actions in the past. And for some of us, this will be exciting. It will be thrilling. It will be positive. And for some of us, we might go, okay, that's not what I expected. That's not really what I want. But this is about really sort of starting to reap the rewards or not rewards of past efforts and actions. And then as we move to the end of the week, the cards seem to be encouraging us to take more of a traditional approach to things and to not be afraid to take the well-worn path. It doesn't mean that you are a sheep or doesn't mean that you're uncreative or unrebellious just because you take a well-worn path. There's a lot of value there. There's so much we can learn from other people's experiences, and yeah, and that's what I'm kind of getting from this card. This guy's kind of creepy though. His mask is kind of creepy. There's a lot of creepy things going on in this card. card. So I think maybe the message is, while there is a lot to learn from, whether it's a higher education course or a religious institution or whatever, while there's a lot to learn, you also have to go with your gut instincts too. So you never want to put your instincts and your intuition aside and ignore it because a higher authority has told you to. There's a way to honor your inner authority and your intuition, as well as honoring, the structures and the rules and the systems out there. So there's a way to honor both of those things. And yeah, that's what I'm getting from the Hierophant. All right, so that has been your weekly tarot card reading. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you got some ideas and some inspiration. I post these every week, so if you enjoy this reading, feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.